Hey, welcome to our channel, Hottest Topics. This is,
Thomas.
and I'm Heather. Nice to meet you. We're just here at the table to talk about whatever's on your mind, whatever's on our mind. Let's get to it. So, a lot has been happening
In 2025,
in 2024.
2024 too, 2024, all the way into 2025. A lot of craziness.
I know, exactly. And a lot of it is actually affecting our children.
Yeah. And not in a good way.
No, it's not. It's not. Here at home, we got 4 kids. We struggle a lot. So, yes.
Yeah. Matter of fact, just to be candid, going off the cuff here, there was, this thing that came up where it says the president wants to give women $5,000 to have a baby. Now, our bills every month run about $5,000.
Yeah.
So that one-time payment, woman have a baby. If she can, if that family or them families have bills like we have bills, that $5,000, they won't have a chunk change left over the next month.
I know.
And that's a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up with that?
Well, you know what? Is it $5,000 for one child?
It's supposed to be. Yeah.
So if you had twins or triplets,
well, yeah, that's
you triple the money, right?
Yeah, but still, thing is, this is a one-time piece of money, and bills.
Or maybe like the woman that had 8 children all at once.
Yeah,
like a whole entire little. I just had
little kids. Yeah, talking about the octomom.
Yes.
Let me see. 8 times 5 is 40. So that's $40,000.
Yeah, you can probably spend that 1 year just in diapers.
Yeah, diapers alone.
Well, you gotta think too. It's about $50 for between $30 and $50 for one box of diapers.
Right.
Okay, and it also depends on what size you get. The size you get, sometimes it can be higher or lower.
Yeah, and then in some cases, well, especially when you go up to the higher sizes, the price don't really change, but you don't get that many diapers.
Exactly.
It's like candy bars from back in the day. They used to be like mega size for a few pennies, and then through the years, the candy bars got smaller in size, but the price went up.
And the taste went completely too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I remember candy bars tasting better.
Yeah.
But I also remember when candy bars came in aluminum foil.
Yeah. I don't know what
it wasn't
crap is
this paper wrap or plastic wrap stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep, in corporate's pursuit of higher revenue and less, investment, but make more without spending that much. They cut costs by switching to a cheaper product, and also there's a compromise in the quality of goods that go into the making of candy and everything else that us consumers use.
Yeah.
But back to the diapers. Yeah. It's not an easy thing to budget the diapers.
Back to children, period. These children are actually, believe it or not, being corrupted and being hypnotized by this new game, this new TV series, whatever you want to call it on YouTube, by Minecraft, period. Minecraft is hypnotizing our children, and it's getting out of control, and it's getting crazy. I got 2 children at the house here, and all they want to say is, I want to be in a Minecraft world. I don't want to be here no more. I'm sorry. I remember being big into Pokemon, okay? Being big into Digimon, being big into like Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff, right? I did not go that far. I did not go that far where it was just completely, I want to, this is Earth. I want to be over here. Out of this world. Don't want to be in this world no more. I want to be in Minecraft. It has never been that bad. Even back when we had the original Nintendo playing Super Mario Brothers, for instance. Okay?
Right.
We've never been like, oh, I want to go over to that world and live for the rest of my life. No. They're doing something to our children's brains and corrupting it. And I don't appreciate this shit.
No, me neither. And to be, to add to what you were saying, like, I remember as a kid, I used to watch, the original Sesame Street stuff, from way back when.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just took, I took notice of like how nice everybody was. Everybody was friendly, helping each other, diversity going on, what I'm saying, white folk, black folk, Spanish folk, people from, Pakistan, Afghanistan, wherever, everybody just, Israel, whatever, everybody just, they, sharing the culture. Everybody's getting down, ain't nobody tripping. But the only rude character on there was Oscar Grouch, and he's still rude. But the point is that Sesame Street was so nice, and then I'm looking at where I'm living at.
Hey, Oscar the Grouch, really? Come on, I'd be rude too if I was living in a trash can. God damn, I gotta smell that shit all the time. And on top of it, he's got probably dirty diapers up in that piece. Yeah, I'd be grouchy too.
Yeah. But but seriously, like everybody on the street that I lived on, it was like cutthroat city, So I'm like saying to my mom, I want to go to Sesame. I want to move on Sesame Street because them folks nice over there. These people over here, man, they just too rough. But then my mom explained to me that Sesame Street was just a television show. So I was like, okay, and I came to terms with it. And it never went no further. I understood that that's a show. It's just, it's a made up place. Sesame Street is actually inside of a building. It's a studio. It's not the real thing.
I know.
Like Mayberry. You know what I'm saying? It's not, no.
I know. And to that, it's just.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, the line for reality and fantasy is now blurred. They've just smeared it all up, and children are confused. So that's a thing that we, as parents, we have to work on to bring our children back to reality. Yeah. And hopefully, you, the viewers, will, if the situation, this is something that resonates with you, that's going on in your household, with your children, you have to do your due diligence to bring them back to reality because television is not the appropriate babysitter.
Talking about reality. The school systems are corrupted. Again, with our children and the corruption, and not just TV, but in the schools too.
Elaborate, please.
Okay. For instance, you got elementary schools. I know I'm going to get a whole bunch of hate for this, but I don't care. My beliefs is my beliefs. Your beliefs is your beliefs. May the Lord help you. Yes, I said it. All right. Children's school. It could be elementary school, middle school. I don't care. If you're in middle school, you're still a child. You're still a child in high school, too. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. But furries. LGBT, whatever. That LGBTQ thing.
Yeah.
Alphabet people.
Y'all stole the rainbow. Y'all stole it.
Yeah, you did.
And you misrepresented. That is not what it means.
Mm-hmm. But
I'm not throwing no Bible down your throat, but I'm going to tell you, go read the Bible. In Genesis, it'll tell you what it means.
Okay. To my point, thank you very much, Mr. Loudmouth. You might wait to chill about me. To my point, do not go in these elementary schools, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, be teaching these children what gay, what lesbian is, what bisexual is, what transgender is. Do not be doing that to our children. That's wrong. That's why I'm homeschooling my kids.
Leave it to the parents.
Yes, exactly. But the furry thing, that's more like, I want to say between eighth grade and up. Yeah, about 8th grade and up is what these teenagers are getting into.
Yeah.
The furry thing. Like, I seen a kid the other day dressed up as a dog.
Yeah.
My daughter's autistic, and she looked at that kid and says, "Mommy, look, it's a wolf. Why is he dressed like a wolf? It's not Halloween."
I got this little reading here. Let me share this right quick.
Okay.
And this is according to www.them.us. It says, fluffy identity generally refers to a self-identification of a person within the furry fandom, often as a fursona, or a character they create based on an animal. While often associated with fursuits and anthropomorphic animal personas, furries don't really believe they are actually animals. So I'm kind of confused. If you're identifying as
an animal,
but you really don't believe it, you're an animal.
Yeah.
Why are you taking the title? If you know, it's like little children wanting to be grown, but don't want the responsibilities of the grown up.
You know what? That reminds me of teenagers right there. That reminds me of a teenager, because I used to be one.
Yeah.
But yes, I know.
This furry thing that's madness.
And then
I mean, I understand, like what do you call that thing? Like when people dress up like their favorite movie and comic, like Comic-Con type of thing.
Yeah, superheroes.
Yeah, superheroes.
Catwoman. Like,
yeah, you know.
Stuff like that.
I mean, like, you know, I remember I used to see folks dressed up in Starfleet outfits, like from Star Trek. I didn't even know they had
Star
stuff
Trek,
like that.
Star Wars.
You know, I seen this lady dressed up in it, right? I knew her because she was a dispatcher at a cab company.
Yeah.
You know, and she was all right. She never talked about Star Trek. But then one day I seen her coming through, walking around with a Starfleet outfit on. I'm like, whoa, where'd you get that at? She's like, oh yeah, I'm a part of the, you know, the little thing they got going on. You know, the little organization. And she had her.
Yeah.
She had her certificate, her badge, you know, and all that. I'm like, whoa, I didn't know it went that deep. But when she take that suit off and she goes back to work, she is not part of Starfleet Command.
Yeah.
She is working for the cab company.
Okay.
She has some fun doing that, but she also steps back to reality. And that's what's not being done today.
Okay, bring this table back to me. Anyways, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy. Okay. Stop it.
And then
No.
going to another subject, I want to talk about the dark side of AI.
Yay.
Came across this video of this company that wants to do basically head swapping. So
yeah, I seen the video. It's crazy.
So it's like, you know, say you got a good sound mind but your body's not sound.
Mm-hmm.
But here's a person who died in a car wreck. They're brain dead, but the body's good.
Yeah.
So what we do is they lay you on the table, lay them on the table, and they've got this like Dr. Octopus set of things, arms or whatever, lasers or whatever, fingers, and they cut both heads off at the same time.
Yes, they literally.
And slide that other head over here into a box, and your head over into that other body, and then the other little fingers and things. They do the laser, soldering and all that, and putting all the nerves back together, and then now you've cheated death.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought maybe AI was being good, when it all started with, okay, AI images, that's harmless. AI maybe using it for writing stories or even like certain lyrics you want.
Or helping you put a business plan together or something like that. Yeah.
Anything. But
this right here is too far.
It's crazy.
I mean, and let me say this. Let me paint this picture for you. Say you got, how we got all these people out here, you hear all the stories of people going to parties, they get drunk, wake up, they got no kidneys, or somebody gets kidnapped and you never see them again because they didn't harvested everything, because body parts are worth a lot of money. Now, with this type of new technology becoming available, a lot of people are going to start coming up missing. But then on the other side of the coin, say you got some old guy who did a whole bunch of murder and they give him life in prison. Well, he's in there about a week in prison, and then he look like he about to die. Oh, no. They go find somebody else. They go get another body, chop his head off, put it on that young body, stick him back in the cell and watch him suffer for more decades. Mm-hmm. Then when he gets old again, they do the same process again and keeping him on in there. Won't let the man die. Just keep hanging him on. Or you have some rich tyrant who's running the country. He old. He done made the people suffer for decades. Oh, well, he's about to be out of here. Nope. He get him a new body. Now your great-grandkids are suffering under this wicked man. That's horrible. I mean, I'm only creating weird scenarios here, but don't think that somebody else hadn't already thought about it. AI is a double-edged sword. It can help you and it can hurt you.
Yes.
We need to have some ethics with this thing.
And I will link that video on the bottom of this video so you guys can check it out too at the same time.
Yeah.
Our last subject is, I hate this, it's 2025. It should not exist. Racism.
No joke.
What?
Since old boy got reelected, incidents manifold, sporadically, all over this country.
Oh no, it just ain't with white people. It's with black people.
Everybody is tripping. I'm not feeding into it. I'm not telling you to feed into it. I prefer to stay out of that, but I can't ignore it because it's right here in all our faces. I'm not racist. I'm but if I don't care what color you are, but I say it like this: if you straight with me, I'm straight with you. But if you on that BS, I ain't got nothing for you.
Can I get to my point?
Yes, you can, sweetheart.
Thank you. To my point is racism. Okay, it's 2025, right?
Yes.
This is not the 1920s. This is not the 1930s. Okay?
Nor the 40s.
Okay, why is a black person racist? That is the least person that should be racist. You want to know why?
Tell me why.
Because they were a slave at one time. Why are they racist now? Out of nowhere. Decide, okay, I'm going to be racist against white people.
Misinformation, listening to what somebody else told them, not thinking for themselves. Then there's a situation of some folks are feeling like they're always getting the short end of the stick. Hell, I've got the short end of the stick on a lot of stuff, but I don't hold it against nobody.
What really ticks me off about this, right, is when the black man starts calling these white women snow bunnies.
I don't like that.
Do I have the proper manners to call you the N-word then? No, I don't, because I won't. But I can. But I won't. Remember that.
I don't call women the S word. I don't call them the B word. I don't call them the H word.
Yeah.
Or the W word. As that's actually the proper. Yeah. But I don't do that. Because
and then that's other thing saying, white women can't cook.
White folks have no rhythm.
I heard some weird things about people and their recipes. I don't know who came up with it. But what in the world is wrong with people putting raisins in potato salad? Who does that?
I don't know. But
green peppers, onions. Yes. I can understand that.
Raisins.
I hate raisins.
I don't even eat raisins.
I hate raisins.
I don't even eat Raisin Bran.
I hate it.
Now, but see, when it comes to not being able to cook, anybody can wear them shoes.
Ooh.
When it comes to...
It don't matter what your race, honey. We all bleed the same. That's the truth right there. We all bleed the same. Our blood is both red.
Cooking, being lazy, being ignorant, being intelligent.
Yeah, that's it.
Any of us can be that.
Yeah.
But for certain, we all need to think for ourselves.
Exactly.
And before we jump the gun at the least little thing, take a pause and look around and always consider this. Everything is not as it seems nor appears.
Yeah.
Some stuff will be put right out there in front of you and you jump at it and the whole thing was a scam. You don't always get scammed out of your money. Sometimes you get scammed out of your frame of mind. So remember that, people. And with that, we say good night.
And thank you
so much for tuning in.
Yes. And good night, everyone.
Yes. So, protect your children. Don't be an idiot. Love each other and take care of each other.